Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There may be strong language and adult themes.
Maybe.
Seems pretty likely.
Yeah, it usually is.
Seems definite if you ask me.
How is everyone tonight?
Well,
I'm okay. I'm coming down from all the stress recently.
well, I've just been, really doing nothing other than working. I finally got my car fixed.
Oh,
Well, that's good.
You got your car back? How's the new job going?
The job's going fairly well. But yeah, I Midas wanted $1,800. I told them to shove it up their asses and call the mechanic that was far more local. Got my car towed there after waiting 7 hours for AAA, and instead of paying $1,800, I paid $530.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a lot of trouble trusting auto mechanics because until you get to know one really well, some of them will jack things up unreasonably.
Well,
Corporate
chain
shops.
stores in particular, like chain places like Midas, Meineke, the chain places are a lot more inclined to jack people up. Going to somebody directly, I was always raised with the philosophy that the best way to get a problem solved is to know a guy if you can't do it yourself.
Yep.
So I've established myself with a guy. There's no substitute, and he did a fabulous job. I paid $230 for the parts, gave him $300 for the labor. I was only going to give him like $200 or $225 or something, but he put his whole day on hold for me, and I had to wait 7 hours for AAA to show up. I called them at 5 o'clock in the morning, figuring out maybe they'd show up at like 8 or 9. No, they didn't show up till almost 1 o'clock. And then that was an hour drive from Philadelphia to Pennsville. So I met up with the guy, and he did a great job. It feels great to be able to stop without horrible grinding sounds.
Next time don't wait so long. You probably won't eat up your rotors and have to replace them.
It wasn't just the rotors. My rear rotors were fine, but the front two, needed some work. I got the brake pads on all 4 wheels replaced just to get all 4 done. 2 of them needed replacing, 2 of them didn't, but I just did all 4 so as to prevent uneven wear.
Rear brakes outlast the fronts 2 to 1.
But
and the only reason that one ever needs rotors is if you have a seized caliper and it overheats and warps it.
Or my caliper actually hadn't.
Let me finish. Or if you have a seized caliper and your pad eats down to nothing and scrapes onto the rotor, and if that happens, you should get in as soon as you can, and you might not have to change the rotor.
My caliper had gone to shit.
This shit's gotten expensive over the last few years.
Yeah, the caliper had been, it was so bad that my guy had never seen anything so bad in his life and felt the need to photograph it.
Now, what happens that people don't know is that corporate shops like your Firestones and your Midases and, the people that have a big corporation standing behind the franchise or company store, whichever it is, they have their own little special price list for parts. You get a part, and let's say you get a control arm, and they will pick that up from the distributor, which is the same guy your local garage goes to, by the way, and will pay, say, $75 for it. Well, the retail on that is going to be maybe 120, 125, 130, 140, 50, somewhere in that range. They have their own special price list that will jack that sucker up to 200, 225, 250. And they'll have it, and it'll be a printed book so they can show you, see, this is what the price is. But that's not what the price is.
Yep.
Oh, there goes my day.
Well, that, and also with the chain centers, that they tend to put a lot more pressure on the employees to try and upsell you.
Profitability at a shop depends on the sale of parts. If your local shop does not sell you parts. Like if you're one of those people who like brings your own parts in because you think you're getting a better deal, and you're probably not. You're probably getting a second shelf part instead of a top shelf part. Anyways, if you're one of those folks and you keep doing that to your shop's going to go out of business because if they can't sell parts, they profit and they will not make any money and they will close. I guarantee it.
The shop I've been going to here has it posted, their thing about their hours and their rates for specific jobs, and it says right on there that normal labor is $60 an hour. If you bring your own parts, it's $75 an hour.
Mm-hmm. And that's the makeup for the profitability, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's a question.
I used to go to a mom and pop place when I lived in Ewing. The only reason they did not permit people to bring their own parts was their insurance policies.
That's a bunch of crap. There's no such insurance policy.
Well, this particular place, I'd be inclined to believe them because they were actually a mom and pop, very honest people. I used to drive a 2003 Acura. I currently have a 2006 Buick, but I brought my Acura in when I had my brakes go entirely, and rather than try to jack me up, the people at this shop called me up and said, look, your entire brake system is gone. Hoses, calipers, master cylinders, everything is gone. This is going to be at least $1,500, if not more. And they continued on to say, we don't think this is worth it. You're better off junking the car. A lot of other places would have been happy to take my money, not these people.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure for most places it is crap. I'm not discounting you there. This particular shop, I would believe about insurance, but most others, I absolutely would not.
That shop is lying to you. A garage buys a basic business insurance policy. They are all boilerplate. We all get them from ultimately the same insurance company. And there's no such thing as a clause that says you lose your liability if they bring in their own parts. It's just a piece of bullshit. So that they can make their profitability. They're trying to protect their profitability.
I've never heard about it being an insurance issue, but I have heard places say that, if they didn't get the parts from their own suppliers, that they couldn't offer the same warranty.
And that's correct. No shop that accepts parts in from somebody will warranty those parts. I'm certainly not going to guarantee the part you bring into me. I will guarantee my labor that I installed it correctly, but I will not guarantee the part.
Yep. Well, yeah, and that seems reasonable, but if they don't, know what company the part came from.
That might also have been part of it with the shop I went to, where it would void warranty. But I just remember reading some blurb about insurance.
Yeah, no, that's just not true. The Moss-Magnuson Act of 1974 allows anybody who owns a car to take it anywhere they want without it voiding the manufacturer's warranty. Okay, that law has been around for a long time. The auto industry has been trying to beat that law to death. The corporate auto business has been trying to beat that to death ever since that time.
Well, yeah, they didn't want to have to give out their computer codes to independent shops or anything like that.
Well, that was a different phase. That started in about the early. It started to show its ugly head around the late 70s, early 80s, but it was in full force when digitally controlled cars came in, and they absolutely refused to offer error codes and things like that. To the point that there was a columnist in a car magazine who wrote about, I think it was a 6-month series on why manufacturers should give up these codes and offer assistance in how to deal with fuel-injected cars, because it's a new technology and it's a question of safety on the road. And you have cars stalling out on the road. It interferes with everybody else. You can crash. It's just not wise to have happen. And as a result of that, some of the independent automotive technicians shops and that a group of professionals got together and took it to the EPA. And the EPA said, "What?" Because fuel injection is primarily considered a fuel an emissions piece because it is so efficient compared to like a carburetor. You know, within fuel injection, there are specific pieces that are just for EPA or just for environmental purposes, like a catalytic converter, oxygen sensors. Although oxygen sensor now not only does that, but it helps balance the injection correctly. You know, blah, 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 blah. But certain warm circuitry and stuff like that is emissions related.
I
Anyways,
really hate it when Jenny
starts
talking about cars.
And said, "Oh, this
Shut
is
up,
not
Joel.
good," and basically told this one company from Germany, "If you don't give out those codes, you're not going to sell cars in this country anymore." How about that? And suddenly, everybody complied, and it spread to every manufacturer on the planet that you have got to give up these codes. You have got to give this information. Period.
Yeah.
And then by the time we got to the 90s, everybody had the info.
Stool, to be fair, Jenny didn't start it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was my fault. I meant that I got my car repaired.
I came here for one reason, and the reason for that was I wanted to listen to Jenny singing Grover songs.
I don't sing for anyone ever.
I know you don't sing, Jenny, but here's the thing. I want you to sing a Grover song.
No.
Grover, like Sesame Street?
Yeah, I know what Jenny is doing because she's got her makeup on and looking all sexy and stuff. But here's the thing.
I did that just for
Dirty
you.
old man.
Well,
Grover.
That was
Oh,
terrifying.
no.
Please never do that again.
So, Jenny, did you get made up for us, or were you out somewhere this evening?
I was out somewhere this evening.
Ooh.
Oh, you've been out partying.
No, it was kind of a formal, let's get bored by these people while we eat a small dinner and salad.
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
man, here
It's
I
like
was.
a fundraiser
hoping to
type
hear-
event or something.
I
Did you
was
have?
good to
Did
hear
you
a
have
whole
food?
story.
Was food involved?
Yeah.
You had food.
She said a dinner that usually involves food.
Shush, Purple, shut up. Jenny,
You
this
could tell
food.
Purple to shut up on her own stream.
I was invited to a small soiree where I had a salad.
I'm totally allowed to talk about food.
Oh, that's cool.
Jenny, in your soiree, the consumable things that you consumed, I need more information. What did you have?
Well, it was basically a chef salad with a little ham, a little eggs, a little cheese, and too much salad dressing.
I'm so aroused right now.
I've gone periods where I've lived on basically nothing but chef salads for several weeks at a time.
Oh yeah, I love chef salad. I wish I could afford to have them all the time.
I don't
I like
actually.
fruit salad. I like fruit salad with walnuts.
I'm going to turn my camera on briefly.
Please don't. I don't want to turn to stone.
I need to raise my hand.
Put your hand down.
Can somebody tell me what the American version or meaning of chef salad is, please?
I just did. It's a little little diced ham, a little cheddar cheese, a little hard-boiled egg, and in with your basic leaf or iceberg lettuce.
Oh my gosh!
And whatever topping you choose to put on it, if any.
I've got the biggest erection right now, and you get those
Today
for free.
Things we did not need to know.
Well, I got mine tonight for free, but no, normally you have to pay for them. This is a capitalist country, you know.
Yeah, I usually make them at home.
I honestly prefer fruit salad. My favorite snack is blackberries and walnuts.
Now, see, anytime I try to get a fruit salad, they wind up putting something in there that I just can't eat. So I don't trust them.
No, I make my own damn fruit salad. I'll go to the salad bar at ShopRite and put some fucking blackberries and walnuts. in
I
a
know.
plastic thing.
I appreciate that this sounds really weird, but I do get a little bit of excitement in my life when people tell me about their food enjoyment.
Interesting.
You know what? You know what, Stool? There's only one response to that.
I don't mean.
Jerry.
What?
Yeah, he was a cunt. But I'm actually being serious on this one, on this matter, because I do like it when people eat. I could end that conversation there. I do like it when people eat and when they find something that they enjoy. That,
What are you, a feeder fetish?
no, it just makes me happy. I like it
No,
when people eat.
I keep warning people, that food stuff is highly addictive. I've run into so many people that once they start, they feel they've got to have it every single day.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. It's highly addictive.
Yeah, you need to be careful, people. I mean, a few times a week, fine, but if it's a daily habit, you need help.
It's like if your mother hadn't fed you food when you were a baby, you wouldn't have to have it today.
So it all comes back to mommy issues.
Oh,
Good
of course.
to know.
Well, my dad did a lot of the cooking when I was growing up, and it is questionable if you could call much of that food.
I'm sensing shenanigans here because Jenny is saying she got free food, and I'm noticing that Jenny has done her hair.
Well, you gotta do something to look nice to pick them up from the corner.
Your hair looks absolutely gorgeous, Jenny. What have you been doing?
Nothing.
I don't know what you hung up there, Jenny, but it's were you trying to block part of your camera?
I think Stool is insinuating you went on a date, Jenny.
Oh, damn. Sorry, I didn't realize I did that.
Yep.
I'm just trying to set my lights and stuff correctly here.
That's okay. I didn't know if there was something in the background you were trying to block out, or if you just didn't realize that it happened.
No, I'm trying to live with a flashlight and typing paper as a reflector. Yeah.
Ah.
This is really difficult for me because I love food, and I, not in a perverted kind of way, but I do love food simply because I can't afford it. So I do love it when you people talk about it. And Jenny, what the fuck Jenny, what have you been doing tonight? Because you're looking a bit.
She just told you she was out at a dinner thing, a dinner function.
Have you been out doing shenanigans?
I was picking tricks up at the local bar. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then.
And I charge a chef salad for a blowjob. I charge a full meal for actual intercourse.
Okay. I've got my calculator.
Still pretty cheap rates.
What is that?
BDSM.
What is that in UK money?
UK money would be no good because the food is just atrocious in the UK.
Ooh, shots fired.
It's great taste, and nobody eats that. Not here anyway. Especially during harvest season.
I'm sensing.
Well, that's why they didn't want to give up India, because it was the only seasoned food they'd ever had.
Oh, here we go.
Shots fired.
Here we go. There we go.
No.
This is why I'm glad I'm Italian. We know how to cook.
Honestly, I had long believed that I was British in my former life, and there was still a lot of it holding over. I am still annoyed that I have not found any place close to me that I can get decent fish and chips.
If you want to have a fight with me,
Treachers.
If any of you want to have a fight with me, and I'm up for it, not with Jenny, because Jenny is scaring me now, but if the other people want to have a fight, here's a fun fact. You'll have seen it on my Twitter. Today, or maybe yesterday, time zones, Independence Day for Afghanistan, 1919. Yeah, I said it, and I went there. So I'm just going to push that little needle until I make you argue with me.
You know what, Stool?
Yeah, you're saying
want-
Arthur Treachers. Were you aware that there is only one Arthur Treacher still open in the U.S.?
That's just not true.
I've heard that there's Arthur Treachers on the East Coast.
I have no idea
Have
what
y'all
on earth-
forgotten I live on the East Coast?
I
Yeah.
don't know what these words mean.
There was one in New York when I was there.
What do
There's
these words
at
mean?
least one in New Jersey. Possibly two, actually. I know of one in Quaker Bridge Mall in Lawrenceville, which is central Jersey, not far from Trenton.
Stool.
Okay, I was just Googling it, and depending on which web page I look at, well, no, that's because of the date. That one says that there were 7 left, and that was in 2018, and one says that as of June 2021, there is only 1 left.
Stool,
COVID, man.
there was a British actor by the name of Arthur Treacher, and he was popular in America. I don't know if he was ever popular in England. He probably was.
Wasn't
Never
he
heard
the
of
cop
him.
in Mary Poppins?
No, he wasn't. And he, you
I
know,
know
he
that name
there
from something.
a variety of roles, primarily in the 40s and 50s.
Okay, then I think I recognize him from a Shirley Temple movie.
He just had this kind of homey British guy image, and they started a chain of fish and chips restaurants.
Oh, so it's
and
a
named it
kind
after
of.
him.
So okay, help me out with this one. So is this? I've never heard. I'm being serious. I've
Yeah,
never heard
it
of
was
this
like a
before. So
fast food chain that did fish and chips.
Mhm.
in the America land. So
Yeah.
is that still a thing?
Well, apparently
guess
there's
it
only
was.
1 left, but at one time they were in every state.
Some of us were
Wow.
very
You know,
disappointed
there had been, you know, like 1,000 of them across the U.S. at one point.
And they sold what was their main thing that
The main
they
thing was
sold?
fish and chips.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
you know, they
Deep-
were
deep
pretty
fried
good
chips.
as
They-
far as the British style fish and chips.
They were known for their breading batter. It was very
I am
thick
so
batter,
I'm
and it came out very puffy and crisp. I'm sure they had some corn batter in there too. Or
I'm totally
or
aroused
best.
right now. I am so aroused.
I'm surprised you had not heard of them, but yeah.
Never heard of it.
You know, you
Yeah.
keep talking about your arousal, and I keep wanting to call the Megan's Law hotline.
Is it still a thing?
No,
in
there are
America?
no minors in here. He's okay.
Is it still a thing in
My
America?
ears are minors. My virginal innocent ears. I say,
You know,
meanwhile, I have a child, so clearly I've had sex.
I would literally.
Well, I
not
was
li-
wondering about the virginal ears, and I have not heard of anyone inserting it into their ear anyway, but
You
if
never
that's your
watched
kink,
Family
go
Guy?
ahead.
Have you
I-
ever watched Family Guy?
Yeah, I have.
I've heard you talk. You can't possibly have virginal ears.
There are some things missing in my life, and I would give anything for proper British fish and chips. So, if you have any kind of secrets, give them to me.
Why would we give you our secrets when you might eventually exploit them against us?
I'm not joking. I'm British. I need some
Yeah.
fish and chips.
Well, like I say, it's been a long time since I've had any decent ones.
Well, if you're going to make your own, I can give you a tip, and that would be to make your batter out of like 50.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What the fuck are you doing, Jenny?
I'm giving you instructions.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm
make
a
it better,
boy.
like
I'm a
50%
boy. I
corn
don't cook.
and 50% flour. Well, you should learn how to cook. Then you can eat whatever you want, anytime you want.
Yes,
Crap.
cool. You're supposed to be an adult and you don't know how to cook? That's a little troubling to me.
You know what? Jenny, I'm disappointed with you. Just because you've made yourself pretty, that doesn't make you an expert on fish and chips.
No, it means I'm a bitch.
Well, you're a bitch anyway, Jenny, but that's why we love you. It's part of your charm.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to have to make the pilgrimage into St. Paul. I know that there's still one good place for fish and chips, and that's the Max Fish and Chips is a converted gas station.
A gas station. I love it.
Do
Yeah.
you know offhand where it's located? It's St. Paul?
Yeah, it's on Larpenteur Avenue. It's on the border between St. Paul and Roseville.
Okay.
I can have the address here in a moment. There we are, 1330 Larpenteur Avenue, St. Paul.
Why do I have a feeling somebody's going on a road trip, and by somebody I mean Jenny?
Well, not for a couple of weeks.
Well, I didn't specify immediately. Just
there are no.
Now it's on your bucket list.
This whole part of Minnesota, Wisconsin is just completely devoid of good ethnic cuisine.
Yeah.
You know, there's
well,
no
that's
good
I used to go
Italian
to
restaurants.
Max.
There's no good French restaurants. There's no good German restaurants. You know,
I
haven't had a while. I have not had good making
I feel
food.
it pertinent to
it's all the
remind you.
Americanized versions of that stuff, and it's crap, and it's very poor quality product and poor quality preparation. It's not what I'm used to from Milwaukee.
I used to go to Max when I lived in St. Paul 12 years ago, and it was someplace that anytime I made a visit back to the Twin Cities, I had to stop there.
You see, Milwaukee had this local law, that you could not open an ethnic restaurant unless you were actually that ethnic type.
Really?
An Irish person can open a restaurant, a German.
Yeah. There also was a good place. It's not there anymore. But on Lake and Hennepin in Minneapolis, there used to be a restaurant called It's Greek to Me, which was authentic Greek food because it was a family who had immigrated here from Greece, and it had been 3 generations of the same family that ran it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I honestly miss. I don't miss my ex-husband. He's a bastard. But when I was married, I lived in the part of New Jersey that had the highest concentration of Italians. Let me tell you, I never had better Italian food than I did in Hamilton, New Jersey, particularly at the restaurant where I got married. I mean, made the biggest mistake of my life.
I just want to make sure people know that I was joking about that law in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay. But
well, you never know how stupid governments can be.
But I would
exactly.
I would tell you that in Milwaukee, if you do have an ethnic restaurant, chances are it is actually run by somebody of that ethnic group. It's just kind of city it is, and the quality of the food is spectacular. Of course, there's greasy spoons and crappy restaurants too, but some of the
everybody loves a good greasy spoon.
Are in Milwaukee.
Well, Sloth Girl is half Italian, and when she wants to take the time for it, she's a really good cook.
I'm finding
she makes a really good lasagna. Unfortunately, to get the total experience for it, we need to make a trip down to Kenosha, Wisconsin, to Tenuda's, in order to get their homemade sausage. And I'm not sure what the type of cheese is that she used.
They will ship that.
Can I do a thing, please?
Yeah.
No.
I want to do a thing because, as you know,
you're not even a who. You're a what?
I'm not being perverted. I'm not really into people eating food. But I can't.
Yes, you are.
Fuck off, perhaps. So
I've seen you on streams.
When your camera is on, it says Stool Hub, which is clearly a knockoff of Pornhub, and you want us to believe that you are not some kind of sick pervert. Is that what you expect us to think?
I'm absolutely not a sick pervert.
The fuck you're not.
I wasn't saying anything about being a pervert, but it is clear that he gets turned on watching other people.
No, you're putting words into my mouth.
It is clear he gets turned on when other people send him pictures of their food.
No, that's not the
thing. You know what? Now that's a new way to fuck with him. Thank you for the ammunition.
Okay, let's do say where he's gonna stay.
Oh, thank you, Perbs.
Damn it! I didn't want my ears to bleed.
I genuinely, and I'm being honest here, I genuinely do like when people share pictures of what they've bought to eat or what they've made.
Mhm.
And I don't mean in a pervy way. I really do enjoy it because I think it's lovely when people can eat. I can't afford to do it, so it
Well-
kind of gives me pleasure.
Stool, do you watch Diana's other channel, The Transgendered Chef?
I watched. I don't get notifications for that one. I watched the one where she did a good thing, but yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
she
that.
hasn't been putting stuff out real regular, but I know she said that
By the way,
Two stools, one cup in the chat. I would,
No.
you know what? Rather than watch that, I would rather gouge out my eyes and feed them to Diana's cat. I think Sylvia would like a treat.
it was all an internet hoax. It was chocolate pudding.
No,
one
no,
will
it
let-
says
no one
two
will ever convince me
stools, one
otherwise.
cup. Two stools, one cup. I could see him doing it.
I enjoy it when people talk about, because we have different cultures, because I'm UK, you people are USA. So I enjoy it when you tell me about things that you buy to eat. That I find that terribly fascinating.
Why does this feel condescending?
I'm
No,
not
he's
being,
not. He's
no,
being
I'm not
sincere
being
there.
condescending. I'm being sincere.
One
I
of my
do
most
genu-
favorite things to buy and eat is Oscar Mayer bologna.
However, I will now be condescending because Jenny is a dick.
I am not a dick. Don't ever call me a dick. Ever. I will come over there. I will cut your tongue out.
Yeah,
Please do it. Then we don't have to deal with him anymore.
I
Then he has
remember
no choice but to shut up.
I remember the first time you were honest with me, Jenny. You lying fucking
Cunt.
twat.
Yeah, she may be a cunt. She's never a dick.
That's right.
And Stool will always be a rectal polyp in the underwear of Boris Johnson.
I paid way too much money to let somebody call me a dick.
I've got to know the answers. I've seen it on the Twitters, Jenny, so I kind of know the story. But have you been out doing shenanigans? Because you're looking quite hot tonight.
All right, this is what, the umpteenth time he's asked it? Somebody break out the alcohol.
What have you been doing, Jenny?
I'll fix this. There.
Yes, take his fun away. Because Stool has not been a good boy.
I like Long John Silver's too, but now
I
there's
am not a
only
Long
one.
John Silver's
There's
person.
only one left in Minnesota, and that's in Mall of America.
Long John Silver's ew.
Actually, the one that was good was like 15 years ago. There was a place called Skipper's. That was all you can eat. Fish and chips and chowder.
You know what I miss? Golden Corral.
I have never been there.
It's worth it if you get the right stuff. Their pot roast, though, they cheat making their gravy. You never put tomato sauce in gravy. That's you don't do that.
No.
Well, now that's not always true.
It's cheating.
You talk to people who are from Italy, and tomato sauce is called gravy.
I am Italian, and I do not endorse or approve that message. No, gravy. No, what you're talking about is sauce. Gravy is when you take the juices from the roast, and you put a little cornstarch or other thickening agent in there, usually one of the powdered variety, and you melt the thickening agent into it, and it has a sauce-like texture. That is gravy. Sauce is something else entirely. Gravy is sauce, but not all sauces are gravy.
A true gravy is made with a roux, not dumping flour into water.
There is no such thing as tomato gravy, Ox.
But if you don't do a roux, then you're not really having gravy. You're having thick. You've had water thickened beef blood.
I'm not that big on the cooking terms, so offhand, I'm not sure what the definition of a roux is.
Oh, a roux is similar, but way different because it's made with butter and flour. Okay, and you cook the flour and butter together long enough so that the flour taste cooks up, and then you use it as a thickening agent, and it is spectacular.
That sounds like something I could get behind. That sounds good. But calling tomato sauce gravy, that is a capital sin. We don't do that.
Well, that's what people from northern and western Italy call it. So,
well, it is something that I know some Europeans do basically use gravy to mean any kind of sauce. So it's more of a language thing.
What the fuck are you Europeans?
What?
America, fuck off.
You know what, Stool? You look like you just came out of Rip Van Winkle's basement.
I'm sexy.
Ox is just sharing a recipe for gravy.
You know, I've never thought of trying to use bacon grease. I would be willing to put in a little bacon grease, but not exclusive.
Oh, sorry.
It's that
just like a tiny bit of bacon grease. That could be good.
Yeah, bacon grease would be good in there.
Bacon grease actually makes a really nice. I have actually cooked eggs in bacon grease. Like I've fried eggs in it.
If you don't overdo it, you know.
Of course, that's perfect. I save my bacon grease. I put it into an ice tray, just separate little ice tray. And
I forget, my mom used to do something like that with bacon grease. And yeah, she would use that instead of like lard or Crisco.
Yeah, my dad used to use it that way.
And it's really good on a spinach salad too. Would make spinach dressing.
Shut up, Popeye. Down there in the lower left corner.
What's so bad about spinach? I like steamed spinach.
I'm not.
I can't eat leafy greens. I'm on blood thinners.
I'm not dissing the spinach. All I'm going to say is I live in the UK and our shelves are empty. We can't get food anymore.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of some of your stores lately.
So we're not allowed to be fancy. Spinach is very good. Spinach is a wonderful thing. It gives you lots of vitamins.
Spinach is very high in iron.
And iron.
If you need more iron and you're not up to eating a lot of red meat or you can't get the red meat, spinach is good.
I love red meat. I also love white meat, but I haven't gotten that in a few months.
Oh, that's racist.
Yeah, I do tend to eat mostly chicken, but
that's not what I'm
some
talking
red meat
about.
at times.
That's not what I'm talking about. I do enjoy chicken, though.
We know what you're talking about. Here's a fun fact. This country is so shit. You know this.
We know that.
But KFC and Nando's, I don't know if you know what Nando's is.
Nope, don't know what that is.
Nope, never heard of it.
It's a kind of fast foody kind of thing. They've had to close down many of their establishments because they can't get the products to make the things because the UK is really shit.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Well, we're seeing a lot of that, with restaurants on a very limited menus because of the COVID, but I'm sure with you between the COVID and the Brexit, that must really be putting a squeeze on a lot of places.
The COVID and the Brexit and the fact that Stool exists, and yeah.
I don't want to be a dick, but my predictions always come
You're
true.
a dick.
I'm gonna make a still prediction right here and right now. You can.
Oh,
It's live, so it's there. Christmas UK is gonna be a fucking shit show.
Christmas anywhere is going to be a shit show at this point with the Delta variant running rampant.
Yes, and steamed greens with a bit of vinegar, especially if you get some of the red wine vinegar.
Yeah, I think the difference is we can't get food.
I have made vinaigrettes with bacon fat and balsamic.
This is I'm struggling here now, Jenny, because
Balsamic.
you're all talking about food, and you know damn well what happens when you do that.
Well, we
Yeah,
thought
Well,
we
you know
were
what,
cheering you
Stu?
up.
We're not responsible for you keeping your dick in your pants.
Oh, I need food.
Well,
I
it's
do-
early. It's late enough in the day your time. Go on Uber Eats or something. Or
No,
probably
actually,
grocery store.
it's not. What is it? It's like going on 7 a.m. where Stool is, so things probably aren't open yet.
Jenny,
Yes.
it's 7 a.m. in my land.
Mhm.
What should I order?
I think you should order 3 poached eggs, 2 sausage, some baked beans, a
Partridge in a pear
couple
tree.
biscuits or muffins. That should
Oh,
keep you for the day.
Oh God, you just turned me on so much.
You are dirty. You need to go in the naughty corner.
Although, actually, maybe you could add to that some cooked some potatoes, sliced potatoes. We call them American fries here, or hash browns, or rice. Rice with poached eggs are wonderful. Mix them together with some butter and some crinkled up bacon.
Did you say rice with poached eggs?
Yeah, basic white rice.
That's not a thing, is it?
It is a
Yeah, I've seen it in some restaurants.
Oh my gosh, I'm so aroused right now, Jenny. I'm going to have to block Jenny on the Twitters because
Yeah.
she's just made me get an erection.
Stool, we get it. Go on chat roulette and deal with it.
I'll be satisfied when I see a splotch thing.
Sausage, egg, and cheese muffins.
Oh, Stool's got an erection, then he doesn't belong here. He needs to go on chat roulette or go on Omegle and deal with it there.
Hey, Stool, how about prime rib, the end cut?
Ooh.
Oh, now I'm drooling. I love prime rib.
Oh yeah, end cut. Ooh. Or blackened salmon.
This is what Jenny does on her OnlyFans account. Same old words, Jenny. Same old words.
OnlyFans is actually starting to get rid of sexual content.
I saw something about that. I was wondering what that was because if they get rid of all the women who are selling their nudes on there, their site is going to disappear.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, isn't it? They're gonna put themselves out of business.
Yeah.
Stool can subscribe to an OnlyFans that's nothing but cooking.
Yeah,
I think he's got the money.
I'm not really. I can do the cooking. I can watch the cooking. That's kind of sexy, but I prefer to eat it.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't think you're going to pay for the full housewife experience.
You know what? I was married for a long time. I get bored. Just give me the food.
You were married? Gee, I wonder why you're not anymore.
Because he ate her.
Somehow I don't think he did.
Okay, Ox is leaving me with a dilemma because they do send me money on Patreon every month, but this is grounds for getting banned from the channel.
Pineapple on pizza?
I'm not even going to pretend. I'm going to pretend I never even read that.
Oh, Ox, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Well, I
You have
try.
disrespected. No, you don't understand. Ox has disrespected the memory of my bloodline.
Well, I try to have compassion with these people until we can find a way to remove the control chips. See, because it's the control chips malfunctioning that make people like strange things like pineapple on pizza.
I have no sympathy anymore. There's just too much knowledge out there that would deprogram these cultists.
Well,
Of course, Karis is one of them. Karis thinks pineapple goes on pizza.
Yeah, well, see, it's because the Saurian overlords did not really understand mammal brains properly. So, the things tend to short out and they just, trigger the wrong centers in the brain.
It's like, I probably have no room to talk because I like caramel on French fries, but, at least that's not nearly as disgusting.
Caramel on French fries? I've never heard of that before.
Well, the sweet and salty go well together. I mean, think of sea salt caramel. We all like sea salt.
Oh, yeah. I get the salt and caramel. I just question the potato being involved in there.
Well,
it's a delivery apparatus. Dip the French fry in the caramel. But it can't be too thick.
Yeah, that's all French fries are. French fries are not a food. They're just a vehicle for transporting salt and ketchup.
No, not necessarily. I like French fries from McDonald's.
Well, the texture of a French fry would not be too terribly different than, say, popcorn, caramel popcorn.
See, someone understands.
No, I don't understand, but I'm just trying to extrapolate a little to help.
I can see the point Jenny's making, but yeah, I don't think it would really work.
No, French fries and caramel is delicious. You gotta try it. It's really good.
If you have the salt and the caramel, the French fries you don't need them.
I like peanut butter on garlic bread.
Okay, that's just.
I have heard people talk about peanut butter and garlic sandwiches, and I don't see those two going together.
Yeah, peanut butter and garlic. I had a cousin. We had a family reunion a few years ago. I was still dating my ex-husband, and my aunt had to hide the peanut butter because one of my cousins was going to try to put it on his burger.
Interesting.
A hamburger with peanut butter. He starts talking. He starts talking about, it's really good hamburgers with peanut butter on it. And across the lawn, you hear my aunt going, "Alexander, that's disgusting."
Well, here, let me explain to you why this is not such a disgusting thing. Anybody like Chinese cooking?
Give me some pork dumplings. Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, I know especially
and when they combine peanuts with garlic in their recipes,
and especially the Thai cooking, they use peanut sauce in a lot of things.
And garlic.
Yeah.
Very common.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. My ex loved that kind of stuff.
You people are going to get me into a lot of trouble.
You know what, Stool? You are a lot of trouble.
What if we keep talking this way? You're going to go out and do dirty things with a loaf of bread or something? What? Yeah.
No, Stool's just going to go out and sit in public transit in a trench coat and nothing else.
Oh no, he should go to his own kitchen. That's the proper place for.
Dog says peanut butter goes on anything.
You know what? I could tell you a fucked up story about that would really, really make you rethink your mindset. I actually knew somebody who put peanut butter somewhere that peanut butter should never go at her 13th birthday party, and then had her dog lick it off in front of people.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. That is wrong on so many levels that peanut butter doesn't even come into.
Well, I just needed to disprove the point of peanut butter going on anything. I think my work here is finished.
I have heard of people using it in sex,
should not be passed on. Just because you know it doesn't mean you have to speak it. You know, that's
Yeah.
It was a worthy example of peanut butter not in fact going on anything. Peanut butter covered bacon, I don't know if I could get
Okay,
behind. However, I love chocolate covered bacon.
It is not a matter that
Oh,
it is not a matter of
Whoa.
what the peanut butter was being put on. It is the matter of this being a minor and an animal involved.
chocolate covered bacon.
Chocolate covered bacon, yes, that's a thing, Stool. It's very tasty.
Oh my god, I want
it's
that.
a very popular item to find at state fairs.
Yeah, I haven't
What?
tried it, but I could see dipping bacon in chocolate.
I want
It
it.
is good. The sweet and the salty, it goes together very well. I also like chocolate covered coffee beans.
Yes, those are pretty good.
Aside from the coffee part, that sounds good.
Oh, purple, purple, purple,
You just
purple.
have to be a coffee fan to eat them. That is true.
Okay.
No, chocolate covered espresso beans. They're tasty little wake up pills.
I'm struggling now. I'm really struggling. So, can I show, please? Perhaps.
No.
Check my doodahs and click on things and give me some.
You keep your doodahs in your pants.
Give me some money because
Stool doesn't have any doodahs. He just pretends he does.
I want to buy doodahs and to eat them and stuff.
You know what, Stool? Just take your doodahs and stuff them in your own mouth. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
I wasn't able to do that since I was 14.
Okay, so fun fact. Stool
There you
could put his
go.
own balls in his mouth at 14 years old.
Hashtag science.
That's pretty damn flexible. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I never got all the way to the balls, but
Oh,
until I was 15,
please?
I could do most of that.
Do we have to make the picture brighter?
I mean, I have a weird hidden sexual talent of my own that most people probably would not believe me on.
So I'm afraid we're going to hear it. You might as well just go ahead.
Well, it is harder for women to reach unless you have a foot-long tongue.
Well, my bra size is actually so large that I can fit my entire nipple in my mouth.
Yeah, I've seen that. Not on you,
Yeah.
but other
No, well,
women I've
yeah,
known.
that's not something I'm going to show off. It's
Hey.
just something that I am aware that I'm able to do.
Now,
I
see,
found that out through.
I should have implied that that's what happens after the stream is no longer live, and I'd get more people on Patreon that way.
Oh my god.
If they think that was part of the exclusive content.
You know what? See, this is why you need to start putting boobies in your description, in your video description before you go live to attract more traffic.
I did that once on one stream. I used a picture of blue-footed boobies as the thumbnail, and I put boobies in the title. And that stream got nearly 3 times as many hits as any other stream that year.
You know, I've been trying to talk Black Sofa into doing that. And he doesn't, you know, I love him dearly, but the man isn't taking my advice on that. I told him, increase your viewership by putting boobies all over the description and in the title. And I mean, the fact that his name is Black Sofa, I'm surprised doesn't get him more viewers because people are going to think that he's a channel for porn interviews.
I wouldn't have made that connection.
You've never seen the casting couch? It's always a black couch.
No, it isn't. I mean, I've seen enough of those type of movies that, yeah, it's not any specific couch there.
It's not? Okay, see, I've never watched porn, so I wouldn't know. I was just making an educated guess.
No.
Well, apparently not so educated.
Pizza Hut once did a limited edition chicken satay pizza. Peanut sauce based chicken and pineapple. Says best pizza they ever made. Yeah, no, I don't think I would try that one.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very appetizing at all. It doesn't even sound like pizza. It sounds like something that is trying to be pizza but is not.
I
Yeah.
must say I do like some of the chicken and vegetable pizzas with a white sauce versus the traditional.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This
I'm
is
not a fan of the
driving me
white sauce either.
crazy.
You know what, Stool? Then get out of here and go jack off or something.
I'm not a fan of the white sauce either, though.
I like white pizza, but it has to be done right. It's got to be
now
just
a
garlicky
chicken
enough.
barbecue pizza with using a barbecue sauce instead. If it's done right, it's one of those things that it can either be good or it can be done horribly if they use the wrong type of barbecue sauce.
Oh my god, I love barbecue chicken pizza. That's one of my favorites.
Stop doing this.
No, fuck off, Stool.
I think Pizza Hut offers that as an option. I like my pizza pretty bland. I like mushrooms, black olives, ground beef. That's it.
I like hot sauce on pizza.
Although if you want to throw in a little cheddar cheese, that's always okay.
Okay, Jenny, we'd get along fine on that. Except I do like a little more seasoning, so I'd rather have the Italian sausage rather than just the ground beef.
Yeah, well, that's why I put on the ground beef because I can't stand it, Italian sausage. So we'd have to go halvesies, and then they'd have to tilt it so none of that grease runs on my side.
No, unfortunately, Stool has not. Apparently, Stool has not passed out. He's just probably furiously jerking it.
Okay, Ox said he posted on Twitter that
Talking
that we're
boobies.
talking
come on
about
in.
boobies, so let's see
Well,
if
I
that
mean,
brings in
we're-
some new people.
That'd be fun.
The blue-footed booby is one of the most adorable birds ever. The
Are
blue
cute.
really make it.
They are funny seeing them walk around.
One time out of nowhere, my lock screen on my computer, because it varies between random pictures, it was a picture of blue-footed boobies, and it made my day.
I've always kind of wondered if we messed around with chickens and blue-footed boobies and gave chickens blue feet, would they be eaten anymore? People would, I think, be so in love with them they couldn't eat them anymore.
Yeah, people still eat baby lambs.
Well, that is true.
I love lamb, but I feel guilty that I love lamb because I also love baby animals.
Yeah, I won't
I-
touch them either.
Well, I comfort myself with the knowledge that a lot of those baby animals probably live in terrible conditions, and they're not. It's just not humane. And I think about it like, okay, you know what? Maybe their death was mercy.
That sounds like rationalizing, and it sounds like the better approach would be to not give money to the people who are raising animals that way.
I don't buy the meat myself. If I eat it, that's how I don't feel suicidally guilty.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through that much effort to rationalize it.
Yeah, usually I'll just stick with my regular beef or chicken.
Yeah, I just don't believe in eating baby animals. You gotta wait till they're at least junior high school. And
Kind of sound like my mother. She didn't believe in hitting children. However, once I turned 18,
special weather statement for Houston County, Minnesota.
uh-oh.
That just means tomorrow is going to be foggy as all fuck.
Yeah, I do have to say I do love a good gyros. And that's when I go to pick up Sloth Girl's son. There's a Dino's gyros that I often stop at and bring that back.
Gyro's meat is great with eggs too, in place of bacon.
Yeah, well,
Stool's pulling his fork.
Dino's gyros is a chain, so you should check if there's one around you. because
You
it's
know
one of the
what?
few chain places that I think is actually, really worth it.
You know
No,
what? You know what
There's
chain I
another-
miss?
there's around me.
You know
There's
what chain I
There's
miss?
two McDonald's
Stewart.
in this area, okay, and they are like 10 miles apart in the same city and suburb, but there's only two of them, and
I miss
to serve
Stewart so
entire
much.
radius of like 30-40 mile radius. It's just there aren't even fast food places around here.
I miss Stewart's. That was one of the best chain places.
Stewart's? What was that?
You know what Stewart's is?
No, what kind of food was that?
Oh my God, Stewart's is just heaven on earth. It's most Stewart's locations were drive-ins, and it was just a little greasy spoon chain. That you never had like the Stewart's root beer or the Stewart's orange soda.
I've seen the Stewart's sodas mostly in the liquor stores, and those are good. I wasn't aware there
No,
was ever a
Stewart's was
restaurant
like,
associated with them.
oh yes, and they have some of the best. I love their root beer. I love their orange soda. My favorite Stewart soda is the key lime because I like anything lime. And they make these delicious soda floats. Oh my God,
Hey, Carl.
Stewart's is very hard to find.
Quiet now. Hi, Carl. How have you been? I haven't seen you in like I don't know, a raccoon's age.
What on earth is a raccoon's age?
Depends on when it steps out into the road.
Ooh! Oh, we're doing gallows humor now.
Okay. Arby's is starting to do a real gyros.
Oh,
Okay, maybe if they do a real one, but when they were doing the beef and turkey, those are not gyros. They did not even count. They should not have even called them that.
oh my God. I love Arby's. That just made me so sad because I miss Arby's.
Fake meat? You like fake meat?
Well, it's better than no meat, which is what I get at home.
I do like the Arby's roast beef.
Arby's has some banging milkshakes. Last time I had Arby's, they had this orange creamsicle milkshake that was to die for.
Yep, that's a good one.
Their Andy's mint shake.
Mm.
I think the worst fast food place on the planet is Panda Express.
No, the worst fast food place on the planet. The worst fast food place on the planet is definitely Bojangles. I have been there exactly once, and it was terrible.
Never heard of it. Never.
I
been.
think that one's only in the southern states.
Yeah, it's a southern fried chicken place, and it's awful.
Mr. Bojangles.
You shut up.
Hey,
You
hey,
go
hey.
back in the corner.
He's out. For once, he's singing a decent song. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
But I enjoy picking on him.
I hate when the kids don't understand music.
And we hate when the boomers fucking inflict things on us that we don't understand.
I ain't a boomer, you kid, so...
You're a boomer. You're definitely a boomer.
I ain't a boomer.
Okay.
Okay,
I
boomer.
am technically a boomer by the cutoff years they set, but I don't really think that applies because I have never associated with anything. Hey, dog.
I am a boomer, and you can all just go fuck yourselves, and until you realize where your computers came from.
Hey,
Stool
dog.
boomer.
Dog,
Stool
they're calling me a boomer, for fuck's sake.
No, I like KFC.
You are a boomer, Stool.
That's why I've come in, because you're getting picked on a bit there, mate. I just thought, England rules, America sucks. The big one. So I've come to this point.
Stool
Hey,
all the
I was
time.
not picking on Stool.
I pick on Stool all the time. That is part of my shtick.
To be fair, we all do.
Mostly
Yeah,
it was her. I was not picking on Stool here. I was picking on Stool over in Will's stream earlier, but
taking my job.
that was a different. Well, it was a different channel, so.
Picking on Stool is my domain. Just casually reminding him that he is a hemorrhoid in the asshole of Boris Johnson.
I was a bit annoyed that when Jenny said, "Oh, English British cooking is bland," You love our English chefs out there. You can't get enough of Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, yeah, I had enough of Gordon Ramsay 10 minutes after I saw him for the first time.
Honestly, I like Gordon Ramsay
I think
doing
he's a
things
twat.
other than Hell's Kitchen. I like Kitchen Nightmares. I actually watched the show that I kind of wish I would have been watching when I worked at my last hotel job, Hotel Hell. I should have called his ass into my old job because you know what? He would have uncovered some shit, and I would have just loved to see Gordon Ramsay verbally destroy the owner of my last hotel.
I'm just
Gordon
going to
Ramsay
keep
is a spoiled
quiet
twat.
until you all apologize to Mr. Bojangles.
Shut up, Stool.
He danced for us.
You know what, Stool? Let me explain something to you, Stool.
His dog up and died.
This is true.
Okay, but does that make Stool any less of the used tampon of Pretty Patel?
For fuck's sake, his dog up and died.
Yeah.
20 years later,
Show
he's
some
still mourning.
respect.
Yeah, I have a little compassion.
Yeah. Racist.
I'm the racist,
yeah.
but you're the one that calls Will a racist 24/7.
I cannot endorse anything that Gordon Ramsay is involved with because he is just such a fucking asshole.
I mean, he is an asshole, but I personally like that. And there are times when he's not that bad. Like, have y'all seen him on MasterChef Junior?
No, I wouldn't waste my time watching that little prick.
He's fabulous with children.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
So was the
Sloth Girl liked to watch him, so I wound up watching him sometimes with her. And yeah, he was such an asshole. And like on Hell's Kitchen, he would take it out on people who hadn't done anything wrong.
No, on Hell's Kitchen, he absolutely was on Hell's Kitchen, yes, I absolutely agree. He was a huge prick. But on his other shows, when he was an asshole, he was completely justified.
Well, you should have thought about how badly he was spoiling his brand then when he was an asshole. Because when you spoil your brand, people are never going to respond to you trying to change it.
But his whole brand is him being an asshole.
Yeah, well.
Which is why I won't endorse anything he's involved with.
I don't need more assholes in my life. I grew up with a father that was like that. Why should I be a fan of some prick from England who behaves that way?
A number of restaurants in England have lost their Michelin stars.
I mean, it is very telling that Gordon Ramsay's best friend is Simon Cowell.
No, that is an arsehole. I think Gordon Ramsay is an arsehole, but I'm just saying you guys can't get enough of him, apart from you, Jenny.
And I'm just telling you that yes, we can. He's got a whole lot more people that don't watch him than do. A whole lot more. Gordon Ramsay is a bad sales point for your country.
No. Whoa.
Like
Time out.
Bojo.
Whoa. Time fucking out. Listen, just because you've got your posh makeup on, that doesn't mean you're allowed to slag off the UK. No. Time out. Gordon Ramsay is a grifting cunt. He makes his money by selling stupid television programs to Americans.
Yeah, you can't slam the whole country for one person.
We don't watch him.
He sells
we don't watch him.
Stupid Americans.
We don't watch him. You do. So,
well,
jokes on you.
I don't.
Unfortunately, he knows his audience, and he knows that there are enough people in America who want to watch people being treated like shit.
Yes, because here in America, we are naturally sadistic assholes.
I'm not. I don't belong here.
Dog. These American people are annoying me now, so I think we need
You know what, Stu? You are an annoyance.
I think we need to bring them down to reality.
No, hey, that's what I was saying, that, I was British in my last life. A lot of it still holds over. I can't help it. I got born on the wrong side of the pond this time.
I enjoy the side of the pond where I was born. To an
What?
extent.
No Trump.
Well, I enjoy parts of it. I would never go down to the section you're in.
Well, I'm hopefully going to be out of this section soon. Doubt it, but
Would you be afraid of running into her or what?
No, it's always been part of my plan to build a refugee camp in Minnesota for all the people from the southern states who want to get out of here. And then after they've had time to get here, then we're going to have Canada annex Minnesota. I've already got some undercover agents in Canada working on this.
well, I've had tons of fun.
I would want to see all these southern people very carefully vetted. You know, it's
Yeah, you got to rule out the Trump humpers.
that weather that they have to live through can really do a lot of brain damage if you're not careful.
Well, basically only people that have already screened through the internet. But yeah. Could you actually see if one of the southern states became a Canadian province?
No, I think Canada would have far too much self-respect to allow that to happen.
Yeah, just the contrast like between Alabama and Canada.
This is all getting a little bit too het up and serious.
Well, I had actually proposed that we could trade. That Canada gets Minnesota, the northern third of Wisconsin, and the upper peninsula of Michigan in exchange for Quebec becoming one of the northeastern states.
It's just a jump to the left.
And then you step to the right.
Put your hands on your hips.
Let's
Bring me inside.
Well, you know, they actually tried to start it out that way.
You can't sing it.
In 1775, Benedict Arnold was sent up with a contingent to siege Quebec and make it the 14th colony. Basically, the people of Quebec just locked up the city and watched him freeze outside through a Canadian winter.
And that really drives you insane.
Let's do the time warp again.
I guess so.
By a Brit.
And the Brits sent General Braddock to try to kick ass, and he was in return had his ass kicked by the French and Indians who banded together under the leadership of Charles de Langlade, and damn near killed the father of our country, George Washington, because he was in that battle. He watched Braddock get defeated.
The what? The father of our country? Did you say he was called Brod?
There were quotations around that father of our country.
Damn it, Janet.
Well, of course he's the father of our country. You can't go anywhere in the U.S. without a thing that says Washington slept here.
Oh, Brad, I'm mad.
Where was George Washington born?
Not in here.
Where was he born? I don't recall offhand.
Cherry Tree, blah, blah, blah. Mount Vernon.
I don't think. No, he built Mount Vernon. He didn't.
Okay, George Washington was born in Westmoreland County, Virginia.
Well, just something I don't.
Although he did consider himself to be a very loyal British subject.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the whole War of Independence was a civil war.
Was it though?
It was Brits against Brits.
To be fair, anybody would be better than Trump was.
Yeah, absolutely.
My left ass cheek would be better than Trump. Specifically the left one.
Well, he's getting it over here as well about with his Scottish golf courses, money laundering and that. Yeah. investigating.
Yeah, good, very correct, Ox. And the other one is how standing out in the middle of a field is cut more of a target than hiding behind a tree.
Well, the way the Yanks fight's just not cricket.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna hop out of here because I need to go to bed. It is 2:30 in the goddamn morning, and I have to work tomorrow.
Okay.
So, good night, everyone, except Stool.
Good night.
Oh, I can turn the volume down now. Thank you.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
If I could go back to colonial times, my biggest question or my biggest advice for them would be, don't go and take Florida from the Spanish. Let them keep it. You know, we really don't need Florida to be part of this country.
Well, that's one good thing about global warming or climate change is that in not too long of a time, Florida won't be part of this country.
That's a bit sinking, isn't it?
That's true. We're going to lose New York
it's not
City.
sinking. It's just going to get overflowed.
Yeah.
We're going to lose about a third of New York City the same way, though.
I heard of that. The highest altitude in Florida is like 6 feet. So it's pretty much.
I didn't know it was that bad, but
yeah, it's pretty bad. And yes, you're right about New York. New York is going to be seriously in trouble. They've waited way too long to try to address this issue. They're fucked. The whole subway system will be the first to go, and then the whole city will be in absolute chaos.
The Midwest, though, is going to do okay. You know, we're not going to be that seriously affected because even with the sea level rising, it's not going to change the Great Lakes that much.
It's not going to change Great Lakes at all. The sea level or the level of the Great Lakes are 632 feet. If global climate change gets that bad, the entire planet's history. Nobody's going to live anywhere.
You'll all be living on Mount Vernon.
Nope, that's way too low. The Potomac is a ocean level river. And Mount Vernon's only up on a bluff of, I don't know, I would say 40, 50 feet tops, maybe more. I was pretty young when I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, the cliffs along the Mississippi River in St. Paul are taller than that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The river is at a height similar to the Great Lakes.
Okay, I see a hand where Stool was.
I wonder what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't see anything else. I just saw a hand there.
I'm drowning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think he wants to be called on. Yes, Stool, what is it?
Well, yeah,
I'm drowning because the tides
what's
are
the sea
rising.
level rising going to be doing to England?
Obviously, we're quite high out of the water. I mean, the cliffs of Dover are 350 feet high. It's a little lower around where I am, Norfolk.
Well, the Thames is a sea level river too, isn't it?
Yeah, the estuary, up to the river, that's sea level. But London will probably suffer. Norfolk will suffer. The Stool I don't think will suffer much because it's quite high where it is.
Yeah, I don't know much about the topography of the country at large, but I had heard that London was already having unusual problems with the flooding.
I'm not high. I'm very low.
You guys are going to suffer most from the change of the ocean currents and when the Gulf Stream disappears.
Yeah, we'll freeze.
You're going to freeze. You're so far north.
We'll freeze up again, yes.
I mean, Arthur, I might have my geography a little messed up, but I thought the very northernmost reaches of The British Isles were just a little further north than the southernmost tips of Scandinavia.
Oh, I like it when you say tips, Jenny.
Tips.
Oh, thank you.
Well, yeah, I think like parts of Scotland are up around the same latitudes as Scandinavia.
Scotland are quite high. Well,
Fun fact.
Scotland. Some Wales, part of Wales is quite high.
Fun fact, I used to live in Scotland. I lived there for 12 years.
Oh.
And it's insanely shit. Really fucking shit.
Where did you live in?
Yeah, I'm not going to fall for that trick, you dirty stalker. It's very shit. It really is.
Is that an inside joke?
No, it is really shit. It's intolerably shit.
To be fair, I quite like Scotland.
I don't know enough about it to have any real opinion.
Oh, parts of it are beautiful. Around the locks, they're beautiful. Edinburgh's a good city. Glasgow. I'm guessing still lived in Glasgow.
No, I did not, you dirty fucking twat.
Aberdeen.
Oh, fuck off.
Edinburgh.
Hey, he's just asking questions. You don't need to be that abrasive with him.
Yeah, but he's saying bad words.
You didn't live where Balamory is, do you? You filmed Balamory? Not on one of the islands? Or one of the moles, as they call it?
No, I don't like you, dog. Go away. There's a reason why foreigners such as Jenny and Purple think that, oh, Scotland's all pretty and lovely. There is a reason for that.
No, I did not say that. I said I just have no opinion on it.
You've got the Scottish Highlands. It's a very rugged area. I wouldn't call it pretty at all.
Yeah,
maybe some of the southern areas are really nice.
Some people do call that pretty, and the reason that it's pretty is because for 11 months of the year it pisses down with rain constantly. Just saying.
Yes, it does rain a lot. Because we went there for a holiday in the summer and it rained every day.
Well, wait a minute. How can it rain in Scotland when half of the country is above the cloud level?
Well,
isn't that just the water being suspended in the air permanently?
Rain's got to end somewhere.
I don't think. Check this out on your geography stuff, and I don't think there's anywhere in the entire British Islands that are over 2,500 feet.
I'm staying out of this because I'm clever.
Yeah, true. We have got some high places, but I don't think 2,500. Well, I don't think the sea levels will rise that much.
Cool. Ox, yeah, you should get a kilt. Start wearing skirts. They're very comfy.
Ox,
okay.
Do not even ever try to do that. No, please don't, because I got as far as buying the belt. It's got a Scottish word.
Sporran?
No, not that. Not even that thing. But they have a special belt. Don't even do it because it will cost you like 10 grand. Don't do it. It's shit. Don't do it.
Okay, the highest mountain in England is Scafell Pike at an elevation of 978 meters or 4,413 feet.
And I'm just going to put this out here. I climbed that when I was 12 years old. Just saying.
Okay, so they do have a mountain over 4,000 feet high.
Oh, God. That is so patronizing.
No, I was just giving Jenny the information. I wasn't patronizing. I had no idea until I looked it up.
That was patronizing. You just said they do have a mountain.
Have you ever seen
I said they have a mountain over 4,000 feet because Jenny had guessed that the highest one was probably only 2,500. So I was just saying that you have one taller than what her guess was.
School, have you ever seen the movie The Man Who Walked Up the Hill and Came Down from the Mountain? I think that was the title. I might have that off a little bit. It's kind of long. It was a Hugh Grant film.
We have big mountains, but they're very boring. You know, they are. Well, yeah, they're just big mounds of stuff. I get no interest in these things, but if that's your thing, whatever, go for it.
You can walk up the mountains in the UK as well.
Well, that may be true, but you know, think of how happy you'd be being your real self.
I haven't walked up Ben Nevis yet. I've done Mulvama in Wales. That's quite a big mountain. That's above the clouds. Well, it seems to be anyway.
Yeah, but if it's in Wales, doesn't it have like a name that's 30 or 40 letters long?
Well, like someone clearing the throat.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not happy with this conversation. My surname is Wells.
So is mine.
So we're not picking on the Welsh language.
Go. I did that wrong. No, I've got to do the song. No, I can't do it.
You're the only person I know who can name that town from memory.
Oh, I can do it from memory. Usually I can do it from memory, but now I'm put on the spot. I can't do it. That happens when you get old.
So don't get old.
You know, you're older than the day I met you.
Okay, access 6,684 feet is the highest point on the east coast of the U.S.
How do they define East Coast? How far in? Somewhere in the Appalachians, or maybe the White Mountains.
No,
Yeah, well, if they're counting the white mountains, then they have to count Mount Washington, which is a lot higher than 6,000 feet.
Well, I think that there is a peak in the Sierra Nevada mountains that is like 14,000 feet. So yeah, if you get out to the like in the Rocky Mountain range and that, we've got some mountains that are at least twice that tall. I think in Alaska there's probably ones even taller. I think Alaska has the tallest mountain in the U.S. that's taller than anything in the continental U.S.
Yeah, well, yeah, but nothing will match it.
Which is really a stupid phrase because Alaska is part of the same continent, but it's not part of the continental
I've got
U.S.
I've got it.
Okay, let's duel.
Quendribio Throbo. That was the thing I was forgetting. Quentribio Throbo.
No, let's hear the whole thing.
Oh, fuck you.
Quentribial Throbble?
Come on.
Quentribial Throbble sounds like a drunk talking with a deflated balloon in his mouth.
Oh, is sex foul?
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, wait a minute. Is this Welsh?
No, it's not.
Oh, I fucking hate you, twat. I swear to fuck I can say this.
Okay. Mount Mitchell's in North Carolina.
Oh, really? So North Carolina is the highest state in the country, or in the East Coast.
Okay. Good night, Carl.
Good night, Carl, honey.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Unfortunately, I have to look at the very long Welsh word.
Go ahead.
Oh, and we lost the Jin already. I didn't see that because I was trying to get everybody's links in the description. Okay, Stool. What?
No, carry on talking because I'm not going to fuck this up again.
Okay. Yep. There we are. The tallest summit in the continental lower 48 states is Mount Whitney at 14,494 feet. Yeah, that's part of the Sierra Nevada mountain range. So that's like 6,000 and some meters. I can approximate the conversions. I can't get them. I don't remember the exact conversions without looking them up. Well, actually, I do, but I've got to do all the math because a meter is 39.7 inches or something like that.
39.37.
Okay, Mount McKinley with a peak of 6,190 meters or 20,310 feet.
Well, that's enough to kill you with lack of oxygen.
Yep, that's Alaska. Well, it makes sense that the tallest mountain would be in Alaska, because they couldn't have a mountain that tall, like, in the lower half of the U.S., because then people would go up there and they'd be able to reach the dome.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Base jumping, no.
What am I hearing in the background?
I don't know. Somebody must have a radio going in the next room or something. It's not here, so it's either dog or Stool.
I'll put that railway station on in the chat.
Ah, okay, that's what we were hearing.
Oh, you can keep it on. I wasn't complaining. I was just curious.
Okay, dog, what is that?
That's the railway station that Stool is trying to recite. It's Welsh.
Okay, it is Welsh. I would have thought so just because there are too many spaces that there are lots of consonants with no vowels in between. You really can't put, like 7 or 8 consonants without a vowel in there somewhere.
Well,
there
there was a period where they formally updated the entire Welsh language, and people are curious, well, what did they do? Well, what they did is they added vowels.
Well, actually, in Welsh, in certain usages, W is considered a vowel.
And sometimes why?
I actually tried to learn a bit of Welsh once for a story I was writing. But yeah, without somebody who knows how to speak it fluently, it's hopeless to try and figure it out.
I'm fluent.
Are you really?
Really?
I'm very fluent.
Speak to us in Welsh.
Okay. Chlanfai pwth gengis gogedd gwentrobi chlantysilio go go go.
You did it.
I can speak Welsh.
Go ahead.
Ask me a question, I'll answer in Welsh.
Stool,
Yes.
ask him a question.
This is going to be a really bad joke. I'm not playing. I've got a better joke, Jenny. There's a dog. What's I've got on my penis. I have the tattoo of the longest railway station name along my
What,
penis.
in Wales?
Hmm.
Does it
I
get
also
when,
have
when you,
railways tattooed on my penis. Rill.
That's the correct answer, dog. Well done.
I will
£20.
I will pay you $10 American to get that tattooed on your penis.
I'd do it. You know I would. Shut up. Never.
Then we just need somebody to hold the $10
Here's
and you can prove you've done it.
here's the thing, Jenny. Never ever give me a challenge.
Hey, I can hold the money.
I dare
I-
you.
I can hold the money. I've done a bunch of fundraisers. I've got a lot of people who can vouch for me that the money will get to whoever is going to go to in the end.
Stool, I dare you to tattoo that station's name on your penis.
Have you ever seen my cock, Jenny?
Well, I hope to afterwards. Yeah, because we're going to need proof that she actually did it.
Okay. Stool did share a video with a guy on the news pronouncing that. So
we had a big contrast in temperature across the UK, just 12 degrees over coastal parts of eastern England. Cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales, RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair to English Gorgeda Quindrobwll, Llantysilio Gogogoch, the temperature got to 21 Celsius at 70 Fahrenheit.
did everybody hear that?
Yeah, but he's a pro.
I'm sure that he practiced quite a lot to do that. Yes.
And it's weird because there's 29 letters in the Welsh alphabet.
And in that word, they used every one of them twice.
Probably. There's 7 vowels.
The dog, you talk ass. You really do.
Okay, yeah, access translated to English is St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near Rapid Whirlpool and the Church of St. Tilslow near the Red Cave.
Go, go, go.
Go.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, Doorknob Head's here.
Doorknob Head. Hi, honey.
I said I'd hold the money. Doorknob Head wants to know who holds the penis.
The really scary thing is,
Well, now that you're here, honey.
I only know how to pronounce that stupid word. I had it drummed into my head when I was 7 years old. I'm not Welsh, by the way. Because there was a song about it. And I was made to learn that fucking song when I was 7.
Well, I think that's kind of cool. If I lived in a country that had a name of something like that, I would think all children should learn to pronounce it. Just because it's so cool.
Do you want me to read out the consonant and vowels in the Welsh language?
Sure.
You've got A, B, C, C, H, D, 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 E, F, 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 G, N, G, H, I, J, L, 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 M, N, O, P, P, H, R, H, S, T, T, H, U, W, and Y. And the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, W, and Y.
Interesting.
There's no K in the Welsh alphabet.
Oh, you're right. You didn't mention anything like that.
Okay, yeah, there is one for the U.S. Oh, shoot.
So what did the Welsh do? The natural speaker Welsh do when the kilometer came into vogue?
Well, instead of speaking, you should be polite and spit it into into a handkerchief.
I'm not going to take the piss out of the Welsh people.
Well, there's okay. They just pronounce it illometer.
I used to live in Scotland, and if you ever want to see insanity, that's the place to go. If I can be asked, I can't. I will show you photos of the ridiculous road signs from where I used to live, because some bright person decided English and Gaelic. Have you ever seen Gaelic words?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually known people who could speak Gaelic.
I just think of that one Pink Floyd song that that has that language in it. I'm not sure because I thought it was Gaelic.
Is it a good song, Jenny?
Well, I'm not, you be the judge of it. I think it is.
Here's the thing:
several species of small furry animals gathered together in a cave and grooving with a pick.
I'm just sucking in the information here because, as we know, we are all going to eventually make a musical. So, if you've got a good song, what is it?
Well, I just told you.
Well, I didn't get it, so it must be shit.
Several species of small furry animals gathered together in a cave and grooving with a pick.
Not familiar with that one. I think the only lyric from a Pink Floyd song that I can remember, these kids won't be old enough.
Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce this, but that's the longest geographical name in the U.S. I'm not sure which native tribe that's from.
It looks like it's got some Welsh influence with all those go-go-go's.
Yeah. It's a lake in Massachusetts, and the name is sometimes translated to mean I fish on my side, you fish on your side, no one fishes in the middle.
Okay.
Because it got that name. Well, it got that name in a border dispute between the native tribe and the Englishmen.
I've got a pertinent.
Okay, what's dual?
This is pertinent and topical. It ties in. This is how good I am. It ties into what Jenny was saying about Pink Floyd, and also about Afghanistan. I will now sing to you. I'm not going to do it. Oh, fuck you. No, don't make me big.
You're doing your solo.
Brezhnev took Afghanistan and Begin took Beirut. Galtieri took the Union Jack. And Maggie, over lunch one day, took a cruiser with all hands, apparently to make them give it back. Ooh. Oh, nice one, dog.
That's from the Final Cut.
Okay, I knew Ox would have to get in when I mentioned any Native American words. So, he says it translates as English knifemen and Nipmuc Indians at the boundary or neutral fishing place.
And here's the thing, dog. You will remember this. The final words from that track is somebody shouting, "Oi! Get your filthy hands off my desert!"
Yeah.
That sounds like a Roger Waters line.
And it goes into the next song, "Take all your overgrown infants away."
Oh my God, I love that song so much. I've totally forgotten about it.
Little place.
Your overgrown infants.
You know, I've been a Pink Floyd fan since 1971. and that is the only album I have never listened to.
Apparently, it's called the Final Cut because it's what they didn't put into the wall.
Right.
It's stuff they omitted from the wall. But I think the album is absolutely brilliant. It holds its own.
I'm not going to dox myself, but I bought that album when I was years old, and I didn't know what I was buying. I bought it because it was an LP, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I had it on vinyl when I was in high school.
Take all your overgrown infants away. That's about mental institution.
Although if we're going to get into British war songs, if I worked on it a bit, I might be able to remember the Battle Hymn of the Falklands.
To a cold dog. Can we kick Dog out? Because he's made me remember things now. I don't like
flesh
Memorial, home for colonial
Copyright strike.
I think they're far enough off key, it's not going to catch it.
The Gunner's Dream, that was another good one. I like that line in the IT crowd when he said, "We don't need no education." And Moss said, "Yes, you do. You just use a double negative."
That's pretty good.
Hey, teacher, leave that kid alone.
How can you eat your meat how can you eat your pudding if you won't eat your meat?
Oh, damn, I'm hungry now. Stop it, Jenny, please.
Yeah, that was like the wall reminded me of my Catholic school.
Yeah, I'm
in the 70s.
See, now when I'm also a Roger Waters fan, and I listen to or have most of his albums, and I just consider them Pink Floyd albums. You know,
I don't know. Pros and Cons was brilliant. Eric Clapton on the guitar. That was it. That was an excellent album, I thought. Mm-hmm. Pros and Cons, I think.
Yeah.
Did anyone...
My favorite from him was "Amused to Death."
Yeah, "Amused to Death." I think
I love the line because it's so true. Give any one species too much rope and they'll fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone else catch the Pink Floyd reference that was in the opening credits of The Muppet Show? The sax player in Dr. Keith's band is named Floyd, and he's pink.
Oh, never realized that.
What about Radio Chaos, Jenny?
Oh, seriously? That's not a reference. That's just a coincidence.
No, it was done intentionally by one of the puppeteers.
There's there's this character in American television from the Andy Griffith Show, which ran for 10, 12, 15 years. He was Floyd the Barber. And one of the popular memes that goes around the internet from time to time is a picture of Floyd the Barber, except the whole picture is pink, and you see it right away, and you know people who get it because they see it and they start laughing right away. Pink Floyd.
Jenny,
yeah.
you do
basically
realize
it was the same character as Norm from Cheers.
I know that you're happy, Jenny, but you do realize that you can't be sexy for many more hours. You have to stop doing it eventually.
Well, I'm actually going to be going to bed in about 11 minutes.
Just stop showing off, okay?
Oh, boobies. She's got big ones, too.
They're not that big. But they're mine, and I get to play with them anytime I want.
Okay, I'm gonna make you
You
squeezing
nipple in
your
your
own
mouth
boobs
like
be the
time.
thumbnail, and then this one will get about 100 extra views.
I was just trying to disturb Stool and get him to
Mm,
say silly things.
you know, I'm a bit naughty, and sometimes I accidentally record things. So
Uh-huh.
good luck.
Oh, Doorknob's disappointed now. He thought you were going to show off a Pink Floyd tattoo.
Yeah, you know, I think maybe I should get a Pink Floyd tattoo. I've never thought. I should get a copy of that picture on Wish You Were Here of the salesman burning. I always like that picture.
No, there's a teacher on the strings.
I
In the
only have
wall.
one tattoo, and I think it's unlikely I would be getting any more. It has to have very special meaning to me to make any kind of thing that permanent.
Like the Welsh railway station on your dick.
No, it's the sigil that my fiance used to sign her paintings. So it doesn't mean anything to anyone except for me and a handful of her friends.
Oh, that's sweet. Or people who buy her paintings.
What was that?
Or people who buy the paintings. Might mean a lot to them as well.
Well, she never actually sold any of her paintings, but after she died, I did give a bunch of them to her friends.
All right.
And of course, I still have some of them here.
I think that's a good way to live on, don't you think?
Yep. Well, and that's why I've got it on my forearm, so I see it every day. Originally, I was going to have it on the back of my shoulder, but then after she died, I wanted to have it someplace that I'd always see it.
Because everyone still talks about Da Vinci, Rembrandt, and all them people, don't they?
I didn't.
Always be
Stool, this is for you.
Okay. The cleansing has begun.
Yeah, this will take a while, so you can stop watching for a bit and come back later.
That reminds me of my marriage. Sorry, I missed. Sorry, wipe it off. I'm sorry.
No. If it's on the face, it's for you to lick off.
Yeah, I still need to get started with the makeup, but I need some help. I don't even know what to buy to get started.
Oh wait, we went through all that.
You know what?
Well, and I kind of hoped that when we got to meet down in Rochester that we'd be able to do something, but I know that you weren't up for wandering around the stores that day, so
Yeah, it really wasn't a conducive situation.
yeah, that's why I didn't bring it up then. So maybe next time we get together, you can help me with that.
I'm absolutely awesome and insanely clever, but I have no idea how to answer any of these questions. No idea whatsoever. But it doesn't really matter, does it? Because Purple is doing their thing. So that's all that matters.
Yes, I need some good girlfriends to get started, and Sloth Girl really doesn't wear makeup, so she's not much help in that department.
My worry now, Purple. You're not going to take me to one of your weird conventions.
I don't know what kind of weird conventions you mean. The only conventions I do are gaming conventions. And I don't mean video games. I mean actual, like board games and card games and things like that, where you have to actually sit across the table and actually talk to people in the flesh.
Ah! That's not a thing.
That's generally my reaction too, which is why I only do it twice a year. And I haven't done it since, 2018 because of COVID.
Mm.
That is a scare.
My only concern is that when you pay for me to go to one of your conventions, I don't want to misgender you and say you're a thing that you're not. Because here's the thing, Perps. Yeah, I love you dearly. I want you to show me Lego.
I would like to go to one of the Lego conventions, but there's never been one in a state near me where I could, afford to go to it.
What do they do at a Lego convention? Build stuff?
Mostly people showing off things they built.
Do they glue the Legos together to keep them permanent?
Oh my god.
Oh no, you'd get kicked out for that.
Oh fuck,
Really?
fuck.
Yeah, you
kick
put
her
more
out.
paint on Legos and most of the
Ah!
fans will kick you out.
You keep saying Lego. Ah. No. No.
Lego Mago?
Still's face just looks like he stepped on a Lego.
Listen, I'm a good boy. I've got
No,
a
you're
lot of
not.
patience. But stop saying Legos.
I was not saying it with the S,
Okay, Legos.
although I seem to be lisping tonight. Lego is proper as both the singular and plural. Or if you want to get technical, you need to refer to them as Lego elements. You can't even say Lego bricks because that leaves out too many other pieces that are not square.
I'm waiting for Jenny to apologize.
The bricks aren't square either. They're rectangular. Even
some of the bricks are square. None of them are a perfect cube, but some of them are square.
Every Lego has nipples.
Those aren't nipples; they're studs.
Weirdly, here's a fun thing. This is a weird coincidence, Jenny, because this is going to be the title of my new Christmas song. Every Lego has nipples.
I want a small royalty for that.
I think
1%.
I will pay you, my friend.
Okay.
I'm on the first sentence.
Okay. Should we do an album together?
Every Lego has a nipple. That's.
I've already got 2 Christmas songs out, so.
Lego.
Well, okay, not actually 2 Christmas songs, but 2 holiday songs. One of them I wrote while I was a pagan. That's called "Give Us Back Our Holiday."
Still always says he's going to write these elaborate songs on Twitter. He never does.
You know what?
Yeah, I tend to do more like the Weird Al style parody. That since I can't do music, I just take a tune and put new words to it.
Time fucking out, because I've got the most bestest Christmas song ever queued up, but you fuckers won't play with me.
What? Because they don't want a copyright strike?
It's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, is it your song then? Not Fairy Tale in New York? That's the best Christmas song.
It's not necessarily my song.
Stool, I would sing with you, but if I do, it will not be beautiful.
Oh, Perps, trust me, I can work magic. All I need is 16. I've been asking for this for like 20 years. All I need is 16 people. I'm not asking much. 16 people just to do their thing, and I will make you look and sound sexy, and we will go to #1 in the hit parade.
Okay, seriously, if you've got the song ready, I'm sure that we could get 16 people from the YouTube community together. You know, if you want to put it together, and then we could play it when we do the Christmas marathon stream.
No, I'm banned from Christmas.
No, you just had a rough spot with one person who didn't know you. It got sorted out.
Here's
I'll
a
sing
fun, here's a fun fact. It's almost Christmas.
Well, it is definitely time to start gearing things up if you want to have anything ready for the holiday season.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pimp myself and beg, and I'm going to get somebody to buy me a ticket to go to Perps or Jenny's house and do Christmas. Because
You're allowed to come here.
I want some turkey.
Hey, yeah, if you could get the flight over here, we'd be good with that. You could have Christmas with us, and Sloth Girl will make the traditional Christmas dinner.
Dog is not aware of this yet, but we're not going to be allowed to have turkey at Christmas this year.
I've heard that they're expecting turkey shortages, especially in the 16 to 20 pound range.
I did hear something about that, yeah.
And Minnesota happens to be one of the largest turkey growing states for most of the turkeys in the world.
Well, in general, they're having problems with livestock just because with COVID, it screwed up the supply chain for a lot of the livestock feed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come this fall and winter, they're going to have a shortage of feed for the livestock.
Well, the other problem was slaughter. They couldn't slaughter because they didn't have transport.
We have the biggest, where I live is the area is the biggest turkey producing area in the UK, which is Norfolk. And even with what they kick out, we still have to import turkey for Christmas from the EU.
Yeah, like Jenny says, Minnesota has a lot of turkey farms, so we wind up shipping them out to all the adjacent states. We provide a lot of the turkeys for Chicago.
The largest concentration of turkeys in an enclosed environment is the U.S. Congress.
Well, let's we are 7.5 billion people on the planet, basically capable of holding 5 billion. If we do carry on, in decades to come, there'll be food shortages worldwide.
Yeah, well, humans will be dead off this planet within 50 years.
Well, again, back to the sea level rising. You know, what are we going to start doing when some major cities start flooding and these people need a new place to live?
Fuck that. What are we going to do when Bangladesh floods and there's no room for anybody anywhere?
I'll do a poll because
30 million people.
I'll do a poll because I don't know where to evacuate to. So I've got two choices on the screen at the moment. I've got Perps and Jenny. Perps already has 2 mouths to feed. So Jenny, I'm coming to your house for Christmas.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we might get Jenny up here for Christmas, but she's only a couple hours away.
Depends on the weather, of course.
Doorknob Head liked your joke.
That's not true.
Actually, I don't really celebrate Christmas. I mean, Sloth Girl does like to do the big dinner, so we do that anyway. But as much of a holiday as I observe, I do on the winter solstice.
I don't like turkey either. I think it tastes horrible, dry.
Well, then you got somebody who doesn't know how to cook it. Dry turkey is horrible. You're right. But if you do it right, it's scrumptious.
Yeah, my tradition on the winter solstice is to not actually do a dinner, but just do huge things of appetizers and snack on appetizers all day long.
But what about dressing?
It's optional unless I go out in the public areas. Yeah, like I say, Sloth Girl likes to do the whole traditional holiday meal thing, so we do that. Do that for Christmas Eve.
Do you
But
stuff
yeah,
the turkey with butter?
Say again?
Do you stuff the turkey with butter when cooking it?
stuff it with butter?
Yeah.
No, you stuff it with stuffing. That's why it's called stuffing.
You can make that afterwards.
No, because then it's dressing. It's not stuffing, then.
Dog, you're wasting your time with these American people.
Well, we know how to cook. It's
Yeah.
Doorknot Head is right, though, that if the turkey gets a bit dry, you just soak it in gravy for a while.
Oh, is this sex talk? Do more.
No, but Sloth Girl does a real good turkey. Although, since it's just the two of us, rather than doing a full turkey, she usually just gets a turkey breast.
Okay, so I've decided
the
now.
worst part of the turkey.
I've decided now. I was confused. Maybe I was going to go to Jenny's house for Christmas. No, I'm now going to Perp's house.
Well, like I say, you're welcome here. I would probably send you a shopping list because you could bring some good stuff from England that I would like to have.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be tremendous fun.
Like Marmite.
Yeah.
I have never actually tried Marmite, but I don't see the reason to.
Figgy pudding.
That's very Christmassy, Jenny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, again, I've never actually tried the traditional English figgy pudding.
So bring us some figgy pudding. I will sing. I'm bored.
We don't call it.
Bring us some figgy pudding and bring it right now.
Yeah, the extortion song. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. How is this a joyful holiday carol when you're threatening people? Although I suppose that's kind of in line with the whole Christian thing of, threaten people to get what you want. But
That's it. Christmas has basically become Christian now. Well, that's called Christmas.
yeah, most of it's stolen from pagan traditions. Most of what people identify as being a traditional Christmas.
And Jesus' birth was moved to coincide with these pagan traditions.
Yep. Which I think they screwed up. It would have actually made a lot more sense if you swapped Christmas and Easter. That if you had Jesus being born in the spring and then dying in the darkest time of the year and then resurrected in time for the new year. Wouldn't that make a fuck of a hell lot more sense?
Well, there's not much money in Easter. There's lots of money in Christmas. And religion is a business, after all.
Yep. And then after Easter, we run into the problem of the terrible candy dry spell, that there aren't any good candy holidays between Easter and Halloween. Because I do not care about Easter at all. It's just I like the half-price candy day the day after Easter.
That's because everything melts in June and July and August. Here, I got you this chocolate rabbit. It's a blob.
There is that. It would be harder to ship the chocolate. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my interest in Easter, is I can get chocolate at half price the day after. So then I have to stock up with enough to last me the whole summer. It's a good thing the stuff has a good shelf life.
Well, some of it does. Some of them get pretty nasty.
Well, generally you gotta make sure you store it properly at the right temperature.
You got me thinking I want some dots. Dots are like one of my favorite candies.
Dots. Which kind of dots are you meaning?
Well, if I could get all cherry dots, that would be great. But they don't make those anymore. They don't, they don't support segregation. So you got to get the multi-flavored dots that are watermelon, cherry, lemon. I think it's green apple. If they were trying for lime, they missed. So I'll say green apple, and that's it. And they're really good. They used to have black ones in there, but they seem to have eliminated those. But the cherry ones are my favorite. Oh, orange. I forgot orange.
Okay, Doorknob Head's already promoting the Christmas show.
And they get stuck in your teeth, and they're wonderful. And they're soft. You can like put them up your nose, and they'll plug your nose perfectly, or like for earplugs, because they're like just the perfect size.
Yeah, I suppose.
My daughter is Christmas mad. She loves it. She'd have it every day.
Well, the other part of Christmas that was always good, not as good anymore because the stores have gotten more conservative about overstocking. But for the Christmas season, they always blow up the toy department to be like 3 times its normal size.
Oh, of course.
So then in January, I can go and get a bunch of Lego sets that didn't sell for, like 50 to 75% off.
I heard that Toys R Us is coming back.
I'd heard something about that too, but not enough information to know what's really going on there. They didn't completely go away because they still had stores in Canada. They had just closed out the stores in the US.
Yeah, the was still here as well.
Oh, Toys R Us is there too?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know you even had them in their UK there.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they of course, had problems here. Mostly competing with Walmart for a lot of things. Because Toys R Us was always more expensive.
He was a cunt. What was he called? Jeffrey the fucking giraffe?
Yep.
Fucking cunt.
Well, and there was a Lego set of a giraffe that came out just after the Toys R Us started closing. So it seems likely that was intended to be a Toys R Us exclusive before the store went under.
Cunt. Absolute fucking cunt.
We used to have Woolworths. They take up one whole commercial section of the commercial. 2.5 minute long Woolworths for that commercial we had every Christmas.
Yep.
They were always fun. But
yeah.
That's an long gone institution now.
No, I remember going to Woolworths with my aunt when I was a kid.
And speaking of being gone, I'm being gone here now.
Okay, Jenny, you get some good sleep.
Last night, was that last night or the night before? I had 4.5 hours of continuous sleep.
Woohoo!
It was shocking. I enjoyed it so much. I woke up and I was confused as to what time it was because I slept too late. It was really neat.
Okay, before you go, you got any appearances coming up you want to plug?
Well, I hear there's going to be a movie night this Friday, tomorrow.
Yep.
10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had confirmed the time for it, because last week she wound up starting so early it was over by the time I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. I was on only because I happened to see the announcement that early in the evening, and so gosh,
Yeah,
Probably
I had
won't
been upstairs earlier in the evening, and by the time I came down, it's like, oh, they started 2 hours ago, and now they're wrapping up.
Yeah. Well, she's had job changes and training.
Yeah.
And so
Well, I know that's why it was on Saturday instead of Friday. Was that
Yeah.
she was talking about training on her job?
yeah, theoretically that's all over now. So it will get back to the normal schedule.
Okay, so it should be movie night tomorrow at 10:30 Central.
That's what I hear.
Okay.
RJ won't be there. Apparently his internet has gone down.
Yeah, I saw him post something about that on Twitter.
What's the movie you're discussing?
Oh, we never know till we
Yeah,
get.
it's not actual movies. It's just, videos of people doing science badly. And then we
Right.
explain why they're screwing it up.
Whose channel's that one then?
Sci Strike, SCI Strike.
Yeah, I'll have to.
I'll get a link for it.
I'll join that, I think.
Okay, well, I'm warning you. If you come in and into the chat, they're going to make you. They're going to make you a mod.
I don't want to go on the chat.
Everybody's a mod.
No, she just mean just in the side chat. But yeah, you can just kibitz from the sidelines.
Yeah,
There's lots of people doing that.
Yeah, it sounds fun. Sci Strike.
All right, kids.
Good night, Jenny.
Good night.
Don't get caught.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's normally every Friday at 10:30.
Sci Strike.
So there, I put a link for the channel in the YouTube chat there.
That's all right. I've subscribed from that. Yeah, movie nights he seems to do a lot of. I'll watch a couple of them, I think. I'm not doing anything today. No physio. I've got day off. I've been having like daily physio for a couple of weeks now, and it knackers me. By the time I get home, I just want to sit down and sleep. But it's getting easier. Well, I've got a day off today, so I'm going to piss around on the internet, I think.
I take a long time winding down to sleep.
I don't know. Not when I'm exhausted. I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow.
Yeah, see, I have the problem. I can't get my brain to slow down. So even when I'm so exhausted I can barely get to the bathroom, I still won't necessarily fall asleep. My body can be completely spent, but my brain just won't stop things running through my head.
Yeah, I used to be like that years ago, but I just came to terms with my life, and then it gets a lot easier. Especially if you got someone to go through the shit with you. It's good. It makes everything a lot easier. Worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I've just found a cigarette. Yay.
It's bad for you.
Did you think you were out and you found one?
I'm doing science, perps. Shut up.
No, I'm sorry. I was laughing at a meme I looked at.
I smoked for 30 years, and I've got to admit, it's probably the biggest waste of money ever. Give up about 10 years ago. That is hard. Giving up smoking is hard.
It's a stupid waste of money and very bad for you. Obviously, we all know this. But it's Thursday, so
Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys. Thanks for letting me join.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to watch a bit of this side strike, and then I'm going to have some breakfast and then go out.
All right. Yeah.
Take care.
Good night. Well, good morning to you, I guess.
have Weetabix.
Yeah, it's still for you, isn't it? Friday morning now.
Yeah, it's 8:30 in the morning here. Almost 8:30.
Yeah. So people over there are making breakfast by now.
Hot butter toast and tea for breakfast.
Oh, you dirty, dirty pervert.
Actually, for the longest time, that was pretty much all I had for breakfast was a English muffin with strawberry jam and an orange and tea.
Yeah, tea and toast. Great breakfast.
I've never
Salted
been big on
breakfast.
breakfast.
And
I usually
sometimes,
just go ahead.
well, there's these restaurants in England now that sort of trying to compete with doing these super breakfast challenges. If you can eat it, then you get it for free.
Yeah, I've seen people posting some of those on Twitter.
And there's one with 15 large sausages, 15 slices of bacon, 15 portions of beans, 15 portions of black pudding or blood sausage, as you guys call it, 15 eggs, 15 hash browns, 15 toast, 15 fried slices. It's just ridiculously big. You got it. If you can eat it within half an hour, then you get it for free. I couldn't even eat. That's like 2 weeks worth of English breakfast to me. Think you could do that still?
No, I couldn't eat all that in one sitting.
Not in one go, no, but I'm very good at making things last.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do too. That I wouldn't mind having that because I'd have it for several days.
Well, I'm just thinking, this they're saying all the food store shortages and that. But imagine the food that's getting wasted.
Yeah.
With people who cannot eat that much.
Well, and it's always the thing in the U.S. because in the U.S. portions are generally, just way larger than they need to be, and so much of it gets wasted. Ow! Apparently, I have been ignoring the cat for too long.
Well, when I go to America, all like the fast food restaurants are the same. McDonald's, all the same size. Pizzas, the same size. Thing is with Pizza Hut, they have a large, extra large one.
Yeah, well,
which is in America, which is fucking huge.
It's like even the fast food places, they always try to, if you get the combo meal, they want you to supersize it.
Yeah, that's it, supersize. We don't have that supersize. We have medium or large fries, and the name burgers. That's it. But they don't supersize you here, and we don't get the free sodas as well.
Yeah, that's the U.S. It's always too much fat and sugar for everything. That's the main reason I brew my own iced tea, because just any of the soft drinks here have so much sugar.
What do you do? Just cold tea and some lemon?
Well, I do hot brew tea, and it's my own mix of black tea, peppermint, and chamomile. So then just a bit of sugar, not nearly It's like less than half as much as it would be in any of the sodas here. Sometimes I put a bit of lemon juice in it.
Yeah, that's what tea is gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah,
Yorkshire.
but that way I make up a big pitcher that's like a 3-liter pitcher at once. So, but yeah, sometimes I can go through that whole pitcher in one day.
Do you have milk and sugar in your tea?
Not milk, just either sugar or honey.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just vegetable soup. Right, I'm gonna go. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
Bye
I've got to
bye.
go
We'll catch
too
you later.
because this is making my tummy hurt. And I can't afford food. This is making me feel pain.
Do you need to go, or did you want to pick a new subject?
I need. Oh, fuck.
Is it time for you to go? We could just wrap it up here.
Oh,
Might
no,
as well. We've been going 2.5 hours.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Okay. Well, you got anything you want to plug before we go?
No, nothing, because I've nothing to plug because I'm boring. But hey ho, if you want to pay for food, check my website. Blah 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 blah.
Yep. All your links are in the description there. If somebody wants to sensual something.
Yeah, send me some things. But more importantly, one day it will happen. Oh yes, it will happen.
Yeah, I got your PayPal and your Ko-fi links in there. And buy me coffee.
The Christmas single will be awesome.
Hey, yeah, seriously, if you want to,
but you've got to play along, and nobody ever does. But
well, I got Art Against Ignorance to take the holiday song I wrote and put the music to it, and it was awesome. What he turned it into was just way better than what I ever thought it could be. Okay, so yeah, I'll be back next week, Wednesday at noon, Thursday at midnight Central Time.
Mm-hmm. And as always, look at tanks.
Okay, bye all.